Hey everybody, my name is Abigail, and I've asked you to watch this video because you have shown interest in coming to an emotional clearing session. You've either been recommended to me by chiropractors or maybe your pastor or somebody has told you to come and try emotional clearing and my emotional healing program. So in this video, I just want to give a little introduction about who I am and how I practice differently than anybody else that you could set up an appointment for emotional clearing or Psych K, and we'll go from there. So first off, my name is Abigail. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to meet you in our actual face-to-face session, or if we're doing something over the phone or whatever that might be. I have some notes here so that I don't forget everything that we need to cover today. But I'm the owner of Happy Healthy Wifey, which is a blog and podcast that it was meant to inspire women to jump on their natural health journey and to become healthy. Natural health's a huge part of my life, and I just wanted to share it. Part of my natural health journey led me to emotional clearing and eventually Psych K. And today I'm actually an emotion code, body code practitioner and a Psych K facilitator. And that's what you'll be experiencing in the sessions with me. So what I want to talk about a little bit is what I am and what I am not, especially what we're going to be doing in the sessions. So what I am not is I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm nothing in that realm. So just so that's really clear about, who you're seeing. What I am is I'm a born again believer that practices the body code and the emotion code and also Psych K. So that's super important because everything that I do is biblically based, and anything that's part of these practices that I don't believe is biblical, I don't practice. So you won't see that in sessions. So what we're going to be doing, or we'll talk a little bit about like trapped emotions and what we'll be working with. So these are things that I have a belief in, and so we'll start off by saying, like, with emotions, we all know that emotions affect us, and even in the medical realm, they are really starting to realize how much they affect people. So for example, we know that, like, if you have a lot of anxiety, you can, fall into a panic attack. That's really physical. If you are, experiencing a lot of sadness, maybe you can fall into depression, and maybe that leads you not to be able to get to your job. And so those are really physical. I mean, we can even have more physical things, like if you're embarrassed, you can actually have your face flush, and that's very, very physical as well. So we understand that emotions truly affect us. And we believe that because they affect us so much, there's actually a physical component to emotions that we just can't see yet. So I like to use the example of your hand. So if you look at your hand seems very, very physical, but actually through science, we know that our hand is actually made up of energy. And we know that because if you look very, very closely, you'll get to an atom. And what is an atom? It's literally just like a big ball of energy with, your protons and electrons just moving around. So we believe that emotions are just as physical as an atom, but there's something that we can't see. So we believe that there's something that the body actually creates. So we each create emotions, and for example, if we don't process them correctly, whether it's really stressful or whatever that is, they actually don't pass. So they get created, but they're not processed correctly, and then they actually physically become stuck in the body. And so how that affects us is, I believe, so we all talk about personal bubbles. So everybody's got a personal bubble. Why do we say that? Why does everybody just come to this understanding that there is a physical personal bubble that we all have? Well, I believe that it actually physically exists. Like, just like an atom, we physically have like an atomic, like, bubble that we can't see. So if you can imagine that our bubble is actually kind of going around like this, so we have this natural energy, and when you have a negative frequency such as a trapped emotion, because emotions such as sadness, anxiety, sorrow, they have a very negative frequency. When they become trapped in the body, all of a sudden, let's say that one becomes trapped here, all of a sudden your personal bubble has a different energy there and it goes whoomp, whoomp. So it actually changes that personal bubble and how it was supposed to be naturally flowing. Again, we believe that when you have a negative frequency there of a trapped emotion, that could be leading to an imbalance, that could be leading for you to feel more sorrowful or more anxiety. It's like, why do I just keep going back to these emotions? So not allowing us to feel more of those positive emotions because we're literally vibrating at low frequencies. So in sessions with me, what we're actually going to be doing is we're actually going to be testing the body for trapped emotions. And what we do is we muscle test. So we're actually going to be, I'll have a couple different techniques that I can use for muscle testing, and we'll go through that process. You never have to relive the situation. You never have to tell me what happened. We can keep everything discreet that way. We can go ahead and just have you think of it and then go ahead and clear it that way. For the body, in order to clear a trapped emotion, the subconscious, which is the part that controls, all of your reproductions of your cells, the fact that you're breathing right now and your heart's beating, that's all being controlled by your subconscious brain. And your conscious brain is actually controlling just a very small bit. We think about 5%. So when we're muscle testing, we're actually asking the subconscious part of the brain, because your body will actually react to stronger negative stimulus, negative or positive stimulus through muscle testing, and that's what we're actually doing. So this isn't like a crystal ball. It's literally creating a stimulus for the body and then having the body react and testing in a way of muscle strength. So that's what we're going to be doing. The body needs to bring the trapped emotion forward enough so that it knows what it's clearing and bring it to more of the outside of the body or that energy field, and then we'll be able to clear that. So we just go as far as the body needs, and once the body recognizes what we are clearing, we'll go ahead and clear it. Again, being a born-again Christian, prayer is a huge part of what I do. I pray before sessions, and so just kind of know that as part of this, it is a huge part of my sessions, my Christianity and my biblical beliefs. If that's not something that you're okay with, I would recommend seeing a different practitioner, because that is why I am different than anybody else you may see. So I look forward to seeing you in our sessions. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I look forward to meeting you.